Okay, welcome. This is Shabi to Uganda e-learning, and in today's lesson we want to look at what we call multiplication of these decimals. Okay, that's going to be multiplication of what? Okay, multiplication of decimals. So in this multiplication of decimals, we had looked more on addition. So here I want to see, if they tell you to multiply these decimals, how do we handle them? So let's look at these given examples that is going to help us to solve out the given problems now. So now when you have this multiplication of decimals, how do we handle them and how do we solve them? So look here, when you have our number given here, which is 0.125 times 10. So here you can use a couple of methods that can help you to get driven to the answer. Okay, so here we have our number which is given. So when it is multiplied by 10, first of all, you can first decide and see how you can eliminate or make our numbers as a proper fraction, or you can use the same concept that I'm going to show you here. Now when you have our numbers 0.125 multiplied by 10. Okay, so when you have a number like this and you're multiplying by 10, when you have our number here, this is 10, this 0 makes, when you multiply by 0, this 0 makes our point to move the first step. If there are two zeros, okay, if it was like this, maybe 0.125 times let me say 1,000, okay, times 1,000, we could move our point here. We move it one time, move it the second time, we move it the third time. So here when we move it the third time, that simply means that here our point is going to move only what? So here we shall be able to get our 1.25. okay, so that is going to be our answer. If it was times 1,000, we could this could be equal to our 1. This could be our 1, 2, then 5. That could be our what? That could be our number. So now also when you have numbers like that, remember you can also use this method. Remember in our method of division, we are looking at if you have been given a number like 0.125, for us to be able to remove this number of ours, we were dividing this number by what? By 1,000, because it has 3 values in it. So here we could still come up with our what? With our numbers 120 what? 125 out of 1,000. So here we are trying to change it to a what? To proper. So now when it comes to the multiplication, our number here, now it is the opposite. Our number, we multiply this, okay, we multiply, when it is multiplied by 1,000, we move how many points? Our 1, which is in the point of our 0, we move it up to this side. So that is the concept that we are going to be using. Like you can see here, they're able to multiply by 10, then they first removed out our what? 1,000, okay. They first make it a proper what? A proper fraction, okay, which is this. So after making it a proper fraction, then they finally did what? They finally divide. But that is quite a bit, or quite a longer procedure. So now when you look at this, we can try to use the same method also to get the same answer. Okay, so our number 2 here, we have 5. Okay, that is 15.6. we are multiplying this by what? By 100. So how do we deal with this? How do we deal with this? We said that our number here, okay, this number makes us our zeros makes this point to move to what? To 2 points. So this is going to be our first 0. Okay, we also still move it to another 0. So when you move it to another 0, that simply means that we shall now be having our 156. Okay, 156, moving the first 0. Okay, our first 0, which is going to be here, then our another 0. So our point is going to be what? Is going to be there. Okay, our point is going to be here. So this is going to be 56.0, which is the same as 156. Okay, so now this could be our answer. If we use a different method from this, we are saying we first make this 5.6 out of what? Out of 10. Okay, because we only have this. So now we multiply by what? We multiply by 100. So now here we can cancel. We can cancel this. Okay, we cancel this and we cancel this. So now this is the same as our number here is going to move only what? Only 1 point, the same as here. So now here we shall be able to have our answers 5, 6. It is going to move 1 point. You add a 0, that becomes our number. Okay, so now that is how we are going to be solving. Let's look at some more examples on how we can solve more of these numbers. Let's get our pen here. Okay, so now that is our number. These are our numbers that we have to solve. We have 7.425 times 10. So according to our answer here, we shall be able to move one number. Okay, so now this is the same as our 7.425 times 10. We are going to move how many steps? That is going to be one step. So that means our point is going to shift from this step up to here. So now here our answer should be 74.25. okay, that should be our answer. When we use the other approach, we have our 7.425. we divide it by how many? By 1,000. 1, 2, 3. We said we put a 0 here, we add. Okay, we add that is it. Then we multiply by what? By 10. So now this simply means that we shall remain with shall cancel our 0, this 0 with this. We remain with our 74.25. Then we divide by what? We divide by 100. So when we divide this by 100, we shall still get our 74.25. That is how we solve out these numbers. Okay, let's also solve out our next number. Our next number is going to be 9. our next number is going to be 9.46 times 10. So when we have our 9.46, we say 9.46 divided by 100 times 10. So now this is going to be equal to, cancel here, then here we shall be able to remain with our 9.46 out of 10. Okay, so here we shall still be able to come up with what? With our 4.6 as our answer. Okay, so that number is that is how we solve it. When we divide our 900, our 946, 40 what? 40, our 946. When you divide it by 10, okay, we should be able to get this. Even if we use our long division, okay, even if we use our what? Our long division. Can you prove that? If you use our long division, here we have our 946. We want to divide this by what? Okay, let me do this. Okay, let's try it here. This is trying to confuse me. I'll have a 9 what? 946 by 10. This divide 10, 9 divided by 10 impossible. We get what? We get 94. So 94, we shall be able to get our answers what? Okay, so when you try out our 9 here, 9 times this, we get our 9 times 10, we get 90. Okay, so we can subtract here. When we subtract here, we shall get a 0, here we shall get a 4, we get our 40 what? 46. So if we try our 46, what is 40 divided by 46 divided by 10? Okay, if we try a 4, when you say 4 divided by 10, I mean 4 times 10, we shall get what? 40. Not so? So when you subtract here, we shall be able to get our 6, here shall be able to get our 0. Okay, this is 0, and also this is what? Is 0. Let me make it clear. So now we have our 6 divided by what? Divided by 10, which is impossible. We cannot now borrow any other number here. So what we have to do is to put a point. When you put a point, then we add our 0 here. So now what is 60 divided by what? 60 divided by 10. If you try a 6, then we shall be able to say 6 times 10, which is 60. Okay, so when you subtract here, we should be able to get zeros. So also this number still gives us the what? The same answer. Okay, that is how we should be able to deal with these numbers. And as far as multiplication, we need also to look at using different methods for us to come up with what? With the right answer. Okay, so with our these worktake examples, I shall be able to look at some more, which is 30 times this and this 0 point this. That is going to be in our what? In our next lesson. Thank you very much for being part of this. Please, want to see you in our next lesson as we complete out these numbers that are remaining. All right.